Should you study abroad? What are the pros and cons of studying outside of your country? Is studying abroad really right for you? Hello everybody. Today I'll be talking about the pros and cons of studying abroad. After you watch this video, you can decide whether it is right for you. Here, I'll start with the benefit first. The benefits are, firstly, getting international friends. Unlike studying in your own country, where you need to wait for chances of people having an exchange program, you can go into their country and meet all kinds of foreigners and international people. It is great that you will meet a lot of new friends, you can experience a lot of new things. Secondly, unique experience, like the culture, like how the country works. Because, well, unlike your country, there can be many cultural differences that might surprise you. And, well, it's a nice thing. You get to learn new things, experience new type of culture. And thirdly, getting to travel around the world and see the other country. Now, this is great for people who really like to go around to other places, going to visit other country. I mean, if you just spend your money on just traveling, it's kind of like wasteful. But if you actually spend it on study, it sounds more justifiable at least. And now we'll be coming to the cons of studying abroad. The cons of studying abroad are the expenses to study. If you study, especially without scholarship at all or some kind of grants, it'll be hella expensive. Just like the flight alone will set you down like thousands of dollars depending on where you're going. And if you plan to come back to your country from time to time, that's expenses you gotta consider. And the tuition cost. Especially if you go to places like America, if you're not from there. But if you're from there, well, no place is gonna be more expensive than that place. And with scholarship, it can sort of subsidize your spending in a certain amount. But from my experience, scholarship doesn't really make your finance become less burdensome unless your grant gives like a high payout, like a 200% grant. Those ones are like very hard to get, so good luck on getting it. And secondly, native language. The local might not be able to speak English. It's not given that every country will be able to speak English. Like, for example, Japan, if you go there, they'll not speak English because, well, the country is kind of inclusive, if that's the right word. And, well, the education for English there, it's not really that great or enough for them to be proficient in English. But, well, at least they're friendly. Now comes like India or Hungary, they do not really speak English. And some might not even help you. Like here in Hungary, in Budapest, where it is known for highest level of speaking, in Budapest, where there is more English speaker than any other place in Hungary. 80% of them will probably be in Budapest, and the rest are like scattered around. So if you go to other places than Budapest in Hungary, well, good luck. You need to learn their local language. Speaking of like countries, India, another country where the English is not really that good, and becoming a foreigner there can sort of get you scammed because it's just kind of their culture. I wouldn't say culture. It's like desperation to survive, and then foreigner seems easy to just scam their money out of. And thirdly, things you take for granted might not exist. Like, for example, like public toilet, for some country, it might be granted that they should exist everywhere. I mean, it's not like it needs to be paid. But no, here's the thing. Places like European, apparently the toilet is a paid one. You need to pay like €1 or two to use the toilet itself. I mean, it's pretty surprising for me. I came from country where toilets are free in most of part, unless like in some place. Even India, that their toilets is free. I bet not clean, but at least. Even America, like Japan also. Well, that's just probably one of the things we should be moving to the next point. Cultural difference. These this point is both a good and a bad point. While cultural difference can give you a new, unique, refreshing experience, it can also be a sort of like, a pain in the back where it's like something where it's fine, might not be fine there. Like apparently, like clinking the glass to each other is not a thing you should do in Hungarian because, well, there is like a history behind it, how that thing sort of have the negative intonation to it, and well, just how the people here works. Like the people in Japan, sort of like they are not direct in how they express things. In India, they sort of like I would say have a convoluted way of doing things. That's at least in my experience. And in Hungarian, they don't really help you unless you like speak Hungarian or Magyok language is what they call in their language. Apparently, all they tell me is nem, nem, nem. I mean, I want to ask something. They don't even like bother trying to sell the stuff. I mean, I'm the customer. It's sort of surprising. Like the place I come from is Thailand, and it's a land of service, and everybody smiles. Here they don't smile. They just go all like being tired of doing the job, meeting some like foreigner who can't even communicate in Hungarian. Well, that's just thing you need to consider. So these are the points you need to consider when thinking of studying abroad. Now I was talking a bit about the story of my current situation in Hungarian, in Budapest, in Hungary, in Budapest. So here, apparently, like the stuff is not that modern. It sort of have the classic Europe style. That's not a bad thing. But the things I don't really like is that, how all the things sort of like a generation back, I would say, in many of the things which I could normally find. And there's like no shopping mall, like a big hypermarket, I would say. There's just like a shopping mall with like a bunch of copy paste stuff in every mall. So you don't have like a unique experience between each mall. I mean, that might be pretty normal in Europe, maybe, I don't know. But in Thailand, every mall is sort of unique and have things which they are good at. Even Amazon here doesn't work. I mean, in America, you have Amazon like 24 up 6 hours, I think, delivery. And here you can't even deliver it straight. You need to go through like another carrier, a third party. Like the country which supports are German above Hungary, and you need to order from there, then have like a third party to drop ship it here again. And yeah, just lives here are kind of different from how I was. Well, it's university life, I suppose. And well, there's a story about my life in India also. I'll just give a brief. I studied India for 3 to 4 years, and life there are not great. I mean, people there can be kind of, well, bullying, I would say. Might just be my luck when I was studying there. And stealing is sort of given. I mean, when you lack of something, you're just supposed to pick it up from other people without a care. And I mean, that's what even my friend told me that I should do. Was when I once actually didn't have any pen, my friend just took a pen from like other people home desk when they're not there, and just told me that just use it, and when I'm done, I could return it or just put it somewhere. And and well, I did not really like that kind of ideology. I would say it might be their culture and their own preference, but I don't really like it. And there is like a thing of like they have more of not like stealing, it's more of like borrowing and then not returning it but just put it elsewhere. I mean, it's not really nice, but I mean, I gotta do what I need to survive. People there don't really like speaking English, so they don't like me for, well, not trying to learn Hindi and then speak in Hindi instead. Well, to be fair, most of the people there speak Hindi as like their mother tongue, but I'm not gonna give in. So it's just my own thing, I could say. I'll talk more if you would like. I could give you my experience of studying in high school in India if you would like to hear about it. Please comment down below if you would like to. Or more detail in studying in Hungary in Budapest. Please comment down below. And thank you for watching to the end. Please like and subscribe if you like the video and share to your friends. If you do so, thank you very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.